Hey y'all, welcome back to Colorful Situations where we are recapping episode 14 today. Welcome.
Welcome. Hey, Color Beans. We talked about welcome, about, being used, being taken advantage of, but we actually put the mat out there for someone to do it. We have taught them how to treat us because we are always available for them.
Yeah. And we had some really good comments. And thinking about what you just said as far as taking the welcome mat in, that one person that said, I'll leave it out as long as I want to, but just know that I know what I'm doing and I know how to handle you when you get outside yourself.
Right, to the left. She know how to exit them or escort
Right.
them to the door. Like,
Right.
yeah, okay, I got a big heart. I'm gonna do what I need to do, but it comes at a limit. We also had another commenter that I was so happy to see that she's yellow. Yes, joyful. She is joyful. She is using the Gottman spelling wheel, but she identified where she was, and that just made me
Yeah.
smile.
It lets me
Uh,
know that y'all are listening, that y'all are
yeah,
listening, that y'all are even interested in using it. So yeah, thank you for that.
thank you. But she also said that she's gonna start incorporating the word no. Like it is a sentence and she can just say no and leave it there.
Yeah. And that's kind of like you said in the episode, that's something that's easier for some people. Why do you think that is? Because for me,
Mm.
I don't have a problem saying no, and I don't feel like I have to explain myself to anybody except my wife, but why do you think that's so easy for me and not for you?
For me,
Yeah.
I think that it's just maybe conditioned, right? I think that some people are just more about in tune with themselves. Some people are more have just maybe grown up in an environment where taking care of themselves, they had to do it and they stepped into it and just know that that's what it is. Where um, someone else is probably just built to just have a little bit more sense of, oh, I'm going to care for other people. I know that you heard me say sometimes having a servant heart.
Hmm.
Um, like, just someone that's just knows that that's just their role. And they just think about other people first. And I really think it just comes down to we have to have a little bit of everybody
Right.
because there is a yin and a yang. And if we were all the same, we wouldn't find that, right? So everybody's just made up a little bit differently. Everybody's background is a little bit different. Everybody has been raised a little bit different. Um, and then just finding out who they are, their comfort, their some people have more insecurities than the others. So I think all of that plays into it too.
I think it has to do with the bad word, the selfishness that I have.
Mm,
I think that plays a role in me being able to say, no, have a good day.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like I just said, I don't feel like I owe anyone an explanation when I
Yeah.
make a decision that's for me. So,
Yeah. And that's okay. I just think that if there wasn't people like you in this world to be coupled with someone like me, I wouldn't be able to see some of those things. And if there wasn't a person like me to be coupled with a person like you wouldn't be able to see that, hey, it is probably a good thing to be able to be like, oh, okay, I'm going to think about this other person, you know?
well, I want to be clear. It's not that I don't think about when I make a decision, I try to do a 360 in my thoughts. So it's not that I don't think about other people and what they have going on. It's just I think about myself first when I make
Mm,
my decision to say no. So yeah, it's not that I am selfish, but I do also think about other people. It's just not to the point where I'm letting it override what I have going
yeah, yeah. And I think that first word is just the thing
on.
that you think of yourself first, whereas
Mhm.
someone like me would think of you before I think of me.
Mm,
So
yeah. Well, we did also have a comment, so let me just say, we have a faithful commenter.
Yes,
And
we
we
do.
first thank you. We appreciate it. We
Yeah.
appreciate you and sharing your thoughts and being vulnerable, and commenting on every episode. We appreciate that. So that commenter let us know that it's so refreshing to see that we are who we are. We're
Yeah.
just two everyday women. It's not a whole lot of rah rah, even though we know that y'all like we all like a little rah rah, here and there, but it's
Yeah.
good to see that it's appreciated that we're not that. We're just having these conversations with just our regular tones, our regular selves,
Yeah.
not a whole lot of this, not a whole lot of that, you know.
Yeah. And you know what? That really touched my heart. So yes, thank you for commenting all the time. We love it. But also thank you for just acknowledging that so we can have a way to just usher into just that color beams. You know what? We love the fact that y'all show up and y'all been watching. Like y'all been watching us, and we don't have to do anything different. Like we really work to be a little bit different than what was out there. We wanted to just bring some fresh, just conversation and have it focused on the conversation. And yes, Black women can debate things and not have neck snapping, finger popping, and sometimes, we do fall into that and laugh a little bit. But I'm so glad to see that, hey, y'all like it.
Yeah.
We do pose a question every week. And so this week it was, which action makes you feel used or taken advantage of? It was someone always asking for money, someone always having to be chauffeured around, you're taking them somewhere, or your loved one and spouse not reciprocating what you're giving them. Um, and the fourth one was all of the above, because let's be frank, sometimes we have all of that. It's a strain in our relationship. It's a strain with our sister friend circle. It's a strain with our children and our family. So all of the above. And it was 50-50. It was the money thing and all of the above. And sometimes that financial stuff does get a little bit strained, and you do tend to see that quicker. Like, oh, you always asking me for money, you never paid it back, but I'm like your ATM. We can identify that quicker than someone like always coming over eating up all our food and never putting in on it. Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I feel like I can identify them all because ultimately they all impact me.
Yeah,
If it's my money that I'm giving to you, then it impacts me in some kind of way. Even though we know that if you don't have it, you shouldn't loan it out because you
uh,
know it's no guarantee that you're going to get it back. I'm sorry. If it's my food that you're coming over to eat, I still have to go grocery shopping. If it's my gas that I'm driving you around with, I still have to, so
yeah,
my response was the all of the above because it all takes a toll on you because it all impacts you if you're doing it for someone that's outside of you and your
yeah,
household.
yeah, yeah. So we just know that it is some things that are pulling us, and there's a such thing as a balance. Like y'all hear me talking that all the time. I'm learning that it's not always easy, but have balance. That's just what it boils down to. Have a balance. So we did have some resolves as well on this. And y'all know our resolves were disengage, do disconnect. Don't even engage. Like, that may be harsh. And I know you said in the episode, like, well, dang, you just gonna disengage. Yeah. Like, put your phone on do not disturb. Don't answer it. Call it good. And then reevaluate the relationship. If you're feeling taxed on one side and you're feeling like it's not um, benefiting you in any way, reevaluate it. And then once you reevaluate it, use your voice. Say no. You don't have to explain why. Just know.
And thinking about the disengaging, I do feel like there are some instances, depending on the relationship, there are some
Mm,
instances where you should say, hey, we've been going through these things.
Mm.
This has happened. This has made me feel some kind of way multiple times, or it just doesn't feel good. So I'm going to take a step back and ultimately, don't call me, I'll call you. So there are some instances where I feel like a conversation is needed. I mean, not necessarily for me, because I just said, the only person I owe an explanation. But coming outside of that, for those people that I do hold dear, you know, I would feel like maybe I should say just a little bit of something, because sometimes going dark, going black, is
Mm.
it can be mind-boggling for everyone involved, and then maybe somebody thinks something happened to you, and it can just a whole lot of unravel into a whole lot of other things. So
That's true. But when I say disengage or disconnect, it may be that you do it in such a way where when that person is coming around when they're good and on good terms, then you be like, hey, da 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 da. If they coming around and you know that they know it's your payday and they want to go out for happy hour and you're normally the one that pay for that happy hour, then don't go to that happy hour that time.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But you're right. Some relationships, uh, you do value enough to say, hey, I'm feeling this type of way, because then maybe you can change it. Um, and so that's why we did talk about having your voice. Uh, but 9 times out of 10, if you're still there faithfully showing up and you don't cut that cord some type of way, they gonna keep expecting and keep having their hand out. So, y'all, it is Pride Month. It is Pride Month. So, we just want to say happy Pride to all of our queer sisters and brothers. We hope that you're being safe out there. We hope that you're celebrating yourself. And just remember and know that, hey, you are you. It is all good and you are loved. And to our allies, thank you. Thank you for hanging in there with us and fighting for us. And thank you for loving us for just being us. So, happy Pride, y'all.
yeah, and it is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So
Okay.
fellas, we want y'all to, well, this whole month and not just this month, even though the month is over.
Yeah.
We want y'all to make sure you tap into your mental health, since we do know that the males are on the side where they kind of feel like they don't have those allies, they don't have people that they trust, they feel like they don't have a support system or a community. So y'all men out there for Mental Health Awareness Month, y'all keep it going throughout the rest of the year and on to your futures.
Yes, because mental health is very important. And that's to our aggressives out there, too. Y'all check them feelings and go and talk to somebody.
Well, we want to thank y'all for stopping by for this recap today. Make sure you look out for our new episode on Wednesday.
Remember, not all colorful situations are the same, but you have the power to change your hue.